Alrighty, so here's my verdict on the Lathrop Canyon. It more than redeems the entire White Rim Trail coming from Schaefer Trail, with all of its perpetual undulations and divots and rivets and stuff that really annoy you, because it is kind of like this all the way through. The Lathrop itself is pretty darn cool. It reminds me of Lockhart Basin. There's an offshoot of the Lockhart Road that goes to Colorado. It reminds me of that a little bit. It reminds me of the Onion Creek, which doesn't require a permit and is far easier to get to. In fact, I'm willing to wager that you would probably have far more fun in the Onion Creek than you would in a place like this over here. That's not to say that you shouldn't visit it, because the views are absolutely stunning, as you see. This is the White Rim Trail once more. Way off beyond the yonder, there's a Musselman Arch. That's a place that I skipped on the way here. I intend to visit it, see what it's all about. I saw it from the other side, but need to see it up close. And territorially, this is the other kind of alcove that I was talking about. And there's a couple of those that you pass along the way to Lathrop Canyon. In the morning, when I was driving the opposite way, all of this, because of the haze and because of just how the sun was pointing and stuff like that, it almost seemed like all of this was covered in snow. Kind of, sort of. I'm hoping that once I start going through the video footage, months from now, I'll be able to kind of pick that out. So, Lathrop Canyon, back to it. It essentially takes you from, the White Rim that you see behind me. This is not Lathrop Canyon, just so you know. This is where Musselman Arch is. And there's this, I'm guessing 30% incline road that takes you down with some switchbacks where I had to, because of the lone wheelbase once again, had to do like a multiple point turn. And then once you get to the bottom, there's a lot of this sort of like this going on all the way to Colorado, with a little turnout and, coming back. So the cool thing about Lathrop is there's some overhangs that are kind of like little balconies, and you get to drive fairly close to them. So they're almost covering your car, but not quite. There's a whole bunch of melted looking rock over there. Not your typical Arches National Park with like little arches rock, but it's almost like Salvador Dali painting. And then there's a whole bunch of like all that brown stuff that you see over there. Once you get close to it, it's actually kind of cool. It's almost like somebody was melting wax from a candle and just dripping on top of each other. The canyon itself is totally worth visiting if you could stomach all the just to get there. And of course the views, they don't hurt either. Once you get sort of there-ish, you start seeing things like chicken corners and cliffhanger trail, the whole Amasa situation, and basically all of that over there. You start seeing bits and pieces of Dead Horse State Park, which is really cool. So, and of course to the tune of LaSalle's. Now in this particular case, as you see there, this fire, it just keeps spreading. Like, I don't need to know how big it is. I just see it for myself. There's multiple hot spots that you could see even from here. I'm so used to having seen LaSalle's for the last, 6 weeks or so. It's so odd not to be able to appreciate them. And especially now that all of the snow has melted, and with weather advisories, it's being way hot. It's so hot that my truck's thermometer broke. It's stuck at 81. It has to be way higher than 110 at the moment. It is brutally hot out here. I don't know if I could fix it or if it's going to fix itself. Whatever. I don't need it all that much to know that it's hot as hell. So my next stop is the Musselman Arch, followed by the bottom of the Schaefer Trail. I've been meaning to stop there and appreciate Schaefer. I just, every time I drive on Schaefer, I just don't stop. So I'd like to stop and actually take a look. So see you there. Well, actually see you at the Musselman Arch.